Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In English. No can do, partner. I'll talk about the crime, Texas style. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at the stateside saloon at the time it went out. I'm just an innocent traveling man. So if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. I don't say I particularly care for your attitude. I don't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Hey! Don't be insulting his beard. That beard of his is fabulous. You have nothing to complain about in the first place. I can complain about his beard the same way I can complain about your head, hombre. I thought we were supposed to have a duel, not a stage performance. Ugh. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks inside the evidence room? Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. Oh, we will surely make him spill the beans, Nick. At the end of the day, we will be the ones to spit in the bucket of victory. He's not that good with machines, or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses, now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Miss Wright, he's all yours. Man, you are surely telling us that he's quite the trouble, Mr. Judge. I mean, he is the one that causes the most trouble in your eyes, in comparison to the other witnesses that we had before. This is shocking. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the records. Interred? You interred them? Is that a word? Is that a correct word? Cause I never heard of that before. That or it is invented by him. Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time will come, I'd erase the tape. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase the tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room? They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. No desperados I know joined the police force to begin with. So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime... Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. You swear on your badge? There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? Beats me! Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. You used to be a detective, so you You've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a goldmine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite incredible. Now, it does make me question this. I don't know if Detective Gumshoe actually told us this in the evidence room, but since when... Like, when did they implement the fingerprinting system? Was it before Jake Marshall, or probably after? The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. I guess... Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. I vaguely remember that. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went out. Well, what were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. No, now that you mention it, I would love some spaghetti. Maybe after this, we can both go and eat some? Whoever loses the duel today gets to pay for the both of us. How about it, partner? Deal! Not even Angel's steak lunches can beat that parlor's on gold sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. Well, I guess that's ouchies. That's not what I meant. I hope this at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says... Did you not want a raise this year? Oh, he's being silent once again. Out of ammo. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or as you would call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. Okay, well, I am preparing to draw, Mr. Marshall. Soon enough, you shall witness my favorite magic spell of the day. My still horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it though, I better up the ante. Okay, well let me see about what statement is the most vulnerable over here. Okay, well you need us to present some ammo that will tell us that you've been there. Oh, I do have to question you about this, Marshall. Actually, should we present this? Yeah, I mean, we definitely should. I mean, this is clear evidence that tells us that you've been to the evidence room.
Objection!
Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? I did say that I'm preparing to draw, and that is what I'm doing right now. Here I have revolver bullets. Watch, as I'm going to shoot a bullet dead center on that target over there. Revolver bullets And pray do tell how you're going to shoot that target with those bullets, and no revolver. Watch and be amazed. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind that scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood! Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your bloodstained fingerprints were at the crime scene? The blood was wiped away. However, a luminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? Not that quick with the draw, aren't we? Well, I guess it's my turn. Behold, my magical prowess! Ha! How about them apples? Meh. Really? No over-the-top reaction? It takes a lot more to take this old dog down, partner. You better try harder. It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the bloodstained fingerprints. Well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime. Alrighty then. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. The witness's explanation appears valid. Although, there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. The defense may not cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Alright. In that case, I'll have to pull out the big guns soon enough. The last one didn't work so well. Now we shall try even harder. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. That's because you, how did you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That, and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It would be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never changed. He must have been using the fingerprint lock without even knowing it. Okay. So then, what about the bloody handprint? It wasn't mine. It's no mystery. Please explain. My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Tell me why! The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, while the other's a type of murder. He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different. That just makes me speechless. I don't see why homonyms have to do with this. Homina. Or he didn't know the murderer was wearing gloves. Okay. How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a bloodstain at the scene, though to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found in the Detective Gunshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place his hand on top of the Officer Marshal's fingerprint. And that's the only logical conclusion, partner. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? This seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Like, everyone and their mother is coming to the witness stand with pieces of evidence of their own. I mean, at least here, Jake wasn't suspected as the culprit, the same way Meekins was, but still. What is this, like another videotape? The security tape? Or is it the same one? In that case, why is Jake Marshall presenting it? So long as my trial isn't there, you'll not say otherwise. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you cannot see. The camera is panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, he could leave the room without being caught on tape. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this room, in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. Okay, well, in that case, let's show evidence, I guess. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. Yeah, we know this song and dance by now, AG. Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness. Officer Jake Marshall. Actually, this is something that I noticed before, ladies and gents. And that is... like right over here. You notice something over here? Something different? Something that is not there in comparison to what we have noticed, like, during the investigation? And that's right. There's like nothing there. And when you go right over here, at some point after Officer Meekins is down, you notice this, which can tell us that somebody used the locker in the evidence, like right there. This is gonna be your mistake that is gonna do you in, Officer Marshall. Bring our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you will soon not forget, Officer Marshall. You cannot get away out of this one. You shall now witness my secret magic spell. Here I have revolver bullets. This will take some time. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video! Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in the CERN's locker shown in the video. That locker with the white top sticking out, that was the witnesses, I believe. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Oh, the white cloth, it's gone. Ta-da! It is now gone! Poof! Now what this means is that somebody managed to open the locker. And who else but the owner of said locker? Jake Marshall. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then, it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order, order. You would seem that's the... Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. What do you mean? The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. Apparently so. He's definitely showing us that he knows jack squat about the fingerprint system. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. Maybe we can use this to our advantage. You say open that locker. No, prove it. Okay then. Well actually... What should we Present. Cell phone, night luminol, recording. This? Each locker is unlocked using a detective's fingerprint. Okay, well, I guess we can present this. Take that! Fingerprint sensor. That's right, partner. I mean, you definitely weren't kidding when you said you have no knowledge of the technology used in the police department. We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? It's the Ace Attorney style of crazy talk. And I think that the magic spell is ready by now, so... Behold! My secret spell! Lovely. And we shall throw that away because I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm just making this stuff up. But behold! As I will make steak lunch appear out of nowhere! Ka-ching! Bet you cannot do that, Mr. Marshall. And you ain't getting any of this. Detective Gunshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Yeah, he did say that. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say? In 8 words or less. And you better do it fast, otherwise the steak is getting cold. I got one word for you, partner. No! Yes! Nom 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 nom. Order! 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 Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. Cause my god, look at that steak. So good. Are you sure this is no joke, Officer Marshall? Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. You cannot resist. The smell, how it looks. Ooh, this is so good. Now, I can give you some of this, if you decide to cooperate. Ole, please answer the question. What is he now, a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? Have a look at these floors. Have a look at these floor plans. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet, Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? At the time of the crime? Well, they did say about the camera having blind spots and all that, so it could... Unless... Hold on, before I get fooled over here. Are they talking about the fact that... Yeah, they're probably talking about the fact that Detective Goodman was Jake Marshall. That's probably what they want me to say over here. That Jake Marshall was actually disguised as Detective Goodman. So we're probably gonna have to showcase this. Officer Marshall was standing right here